Hey everybody, this is Sully for Antisocial News, and I'm out here. Shout out to Big Man Tyrone for my Do You Know the Way shirt. It is a dead meme, but it's still a nice shirt. Alright, March 14th, 2018. This is the Body Count Report, life or death news from around the world. It may have gone overlooked by a lot of Western outlets. Here we have Syria remains in the middle of deadly power plays. Irish Times reporting on this one. It's talking about Syria and Turkey and Russia. A lot of things, a lot of people leave out of the discussion of Syria is Turkey, which is playing a huge role in the craziness over there. Now we have Kidnappers of Akwa Ibom pastor want Nigerian 10 million. Kidnapping is a huge problem in the world in general, but specifically in Nigeria, in the Akwa Ibom area. Ibom has an issue with what they call cultists, which are gangs that kidnap people, and then they extort, and they're very deadly, very dangerous, and it's a scary situation. Link in the description below. Vanguard Nigeria reporting. Note this beautiful springtime around us here, huh? Kids out playing, got this cherry blossoms, we've got this magnolia tree in the background. It's beautiful. Alright, now we have Germany gives Nigerian Navy 5 gunboats to fight terrorists. Thank you, Germany. Alright, that's awesome. Now we have 3 nabbed with grenades, military uniforms, in Bayelsa. Vanguard Nigeria reporting on this one. So that's, I believe, in the Niger Delta region. Check that out. Link in the description. Now, I had to laugh at the term mild drama in this story. It seems like a crisis was averted here. Ughelli. There was a mild drama on Sunday evening at Ughelli, A Division police station, when a man who claimed to have apprehended a fleeing robbery suspect stormed the station and demanded Nigerian $500,000 as gratification for his feat. So basically a guy was, throwing a fit. I wanted to include that. You might not consider a life or death situation. Honestly, you run into a police station making a fuss, you could get yourself shot, no matter where you are. So I think that was a crisis averted there. But the term mild drama in a news story just made my day. I like that. All right, now we have a scary situation in Nigeria where in 2014 there was the Chibok girls that got kidnapped by Boko Haram. A lot of them were married off to Boko Haram people. Some of them were even brainwashed into committing terrorist acts. Horrible situation. And now there was the Dapchi girls that got kidnapped. There's been some good news. Stay tuned for updates that happened over last month on this story. But at the time that this was recorded, on March 14th, the Dapchi situation was still very much unresolved, and over 100 girls were kidnapped by Boko Haram. So Dapchi, parents welcome negotiation option to rescue schoolgirls. This is kind of a scary situation that there is negotiation with these terrorists that are savagely kidnapping schoolgirls and taking them off to their hideouts. It's ridiculous that these people are being treated like people. Boko Haram is disgusting monsters who capture schoolgirls to brainwash them into becoming terrorists or baby factories for other monsters. And that is how they treat women. That's not me calling them that. That's how they treat women, is as baby factories. Alright, we're going to move on to the next story. Actually, we have an opinion piece from Nigeria, and I do think it is important to read opinion pieces when you're mixing in these stories, because you need to understand how people see the world. We have, is it possible for us to miss military rule. Kind of an interesting take from a Nigerian perspective on where control is, if sort of violent control is necessary in some cases. And we're going to move on to our last story, which is out of Manila Times. DENR forms task force to protect Visayan Islands. So we have the... I just blanked on what DENR stands for. I'll go through and read these stories. And okay, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Region 7. So a lot of people don't understand how vital environmental resources are. That is literally how we survive as humans, is interacting with our environment, whether it's planting corn in Iowa so we can have food for the rest of the country here in America, or it's fishing and all that stuff. We don't think about how much the environment matters. In places like Visayas, there's issues of environmental affectations like red tide, which will come in and wipe out an entire fishing community. So DENR is trying desperately to organize a protection effort for Visayas, and those sort of stories might seem boring compared to fighting the New People's Army or the Bangsamoro Islamic Freedom Fighters in Southeast Asia there, but they are exactly as life or death situations. And stay tuned for more antisocial news. That was the Body Count Report from March 14th, 2018. I'm really glad to be getting into this. I've been so bored, so aggravated, just working and stuck listening to stupid mainstream news. I almost started to think that the political theater in America mattered until I started doing this again and finding these stories. So with that, this is Sully signing off. Stay tuned for more real news. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Check out patreon.com/antisocialnews and consider becoming a patron. I do post Patreon exclusive video for my paid subscribers there. So check out the full Antisocial News experience.